YouTubers, only me. It is Friday, the 15th of December 2023. Only 10 more days until Christmas, if those of you who celebrate Christmas. Um, but if you're watching this now, it's Saturday, the 23rd of December. So that means 2 days until Christmas. Oh boy. Excuse me. Um, this is what I would like to call the final vlog of 2023. So normally with these vlogs, they will normally last 20 minutes or at pure maximum, half an hour. But if it's less than 20, then that'll be brilliant. But I seriously doubt it. But we'll soon see. Um, so, but before that, let's kick this off by saying that I do have another appointment at the hospital. Not the RVI, but it's the Freeman Hospital on the 15th of January. Now I'm thinking between. I mean, the appointment's at 4, but I'm kind of like thinking, do I have it early so I can get it over and done with, or just stick to the same time just in case they're overly booked? So I have to make a decision. I need advice from both my mum and my carer. So I just need advice. I don't need like persuading and stuff. Anyway, so let's kick. So it's basically just to check if my lung is all right after the last X-ray, saying there was a slight infection. So hopefully the scan might say it's clear, or the scan might say it is still there, but it is going. Basically, so yeah. And you might think I'm crazy, but I'm wearing shorts. My mum even said I was crazy. Uh, she was like, Kieran, you've had a cold slash bronchitis, and now you're wearing shorts. If you get a cold again, I will blame you for wearing shorts. I was like, uh, and she was like, you never listen to me, do you? I was like, no, not really. But yeah, a lot of people will think, you're crazy. It's like, well, I've seen a few people with shorts, so I can't be the only crazy one. Anyway, so onto the vlog. The start of this year hasn't been too bad. Um, didn't really do anything big. It was just basically clunking our glasses, saying Happy New Year and all the rest of it. We'll be doing that again this year. Um, then Spectrum was rehearsing. Well, we're still rehearsing for Effects of Change until we actually did the performance around March, because it was round about the time of Autism Awareness Week or Autism Awareness Month, one of the two. 2 seconds. So yeah, we thought to do Effects of Change on that. I was going to mention it on this vlog. Cut long story short, my ex did contact me, but it was in March. It was the last email I got from her in March, so I got the police involved, and let's just leave it at that. And since March, I've had nothing more. Well, tell a lie, I did have a comment on one of my videos, but I think it got deleted because I blocked her, saying, "Oh, you lie, you love lying or something, and you don't really want me to tell everyone on YouTube why we really broke up and all the rest of it." And I must admit, I did reply, "Go ahead, just do it, because I'm not going to get blackmailed." Um, I should have done that, but I did. Um, and then I watched two of her videos, but it was only very brief. Um, one to say that she was moving, and the other was Brave the Shave, which I didn't like so much, but hey ho. Um, but yeah, so that's gonna be my New Year's resolution again, to not go on her channel and watch her videos and try not to react to them. I mean, I've done so well ish last year, and I think I've done slightly. I could have done better this year, if I'm honest. Um, but I am trying, so hopefully in 2024 there'll be no talks about my ex in any of my videos. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So yeah, I know it sounds like wishful thinking, but I was doing so well. It was just a few little slips, but we'll get there. Um, right. What else has happened this year? Oh yeah, and then we eventually did affect some change. Um, the other thing that kind of peeved me off about this year, that there's been too many strikes, like bus strikes, train strikes, so we couldn't go to Canterbury even if we wanted to. Um, so yeah, it was a little bit uh, crazy this year with all the strikes, especially the Go North East buses. They went on strike for 4 weeks. Well, just slightly over a month, and they just recently came back. Um, and they got what they came for, pay rise or whatever it was, and yeah, I've done a lot of swimming, a lot of cycling. The furthest I've done with cycling is from Bike Works, Boosman Bike Works, to Tynemouth, and in a roundabout way back again, even though we used the metro on the way back. But then we did cycle like halfway through as we were leaving Manners. We were walking with our bikes, and then once the cycle route was in place on one of the bridges, we thought, okay, we'll just cycle from there to there, and we were knackered. We were absolutely knackered. I was so glad we had a break halfway through to time off. It was so warm. I was like, yeah, I need food. Managed to take a picture of a squirrel, which I was so happy about. Um, and yeah, so that's about it. Um, I haven't done any cycling for a couple of weeks. Same with swimming. I haven't done any swimming for a couple of weeks due to my current condition. Even though it's subsiding, but I didn't want to take that risk. So I'm going to go back into the water, back on the cycling route after New Year. And we, Spectrum, have been invited to. It's only a voluntary thing, so we don't have to if we didn't want to. But it's a yoga class. It they, they did say where they were based, and it's kind of close to the Clooney 2. So they said they're looking at that they're going to start around February, and it's a 6 week course. Um, and it's something I have been wanting to try, but the only reasons I back out because I'm like, oh, you have to stretch this limb, you have to stretch the other limb, you have to stretch the other limb. But when they say, oh, one, it's free, and two, you can go at your own pace, um, and whatever hurts, don't do it. I thought, well, no worries. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it a try, and I did tell them when I was younger I didn't want to try anything. Where now I'm trying new things. I like to try new things. So, yeah. So that'll be my next step. Trying yoga. Because I have done something similar-ish. I've done outfit. I've done Libidage, which is dance. So it'd be brilliant getting into the swing of things. And I feel, I don't know, this year I'm feeling more fitter than I was near enough a year ago. I could do anything now. I mean, last year, I mean, I could, but I was like thinking, oh, my belly's big and all the rest of it. It looks like I'm pregnant. Where now it's slimming down. I mean, when I told my mum my weight this morning, she was a little bit panicky because of how much weight I've lost, like how quickly I lost that weight. So I'm going to check how much I weigh tomorrow. I might gain tomorrow because I've got the spag bol pie that my mum made. Homemade pie, spag bol pie. Basically, it's you get these spag bol tins and spaghetti bolognese tins. You put meatballs in it, and then you put mash on top, and that's like your crust, and then voila, and it's absolutely lovely, really lovely. Make you fart a lot. but it's lovely. I think I said that out loud when I said, makes you fart a lot, and I'm glad no one looked going, what makes you fart? um, but yeah, that's my mum's combination, and it is lovely. It might not be for everyone, but it is lovely. Absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous. What else? Been to the Lady Boys in September, and for my very first experience, I really loved them. But I won't be going this year, as in the year that's coming, 2024. But I will be going again on in 2025. So I'll be 26. Um, so it's kind of like a hit a year, miss a year, hit a year, and see what happens. I wonder if I get picked this time. I didn't get picked the first time round, but I wonder if I get picked this time. Depends where we're good, where we're sitting, if I'm honest. Because I wore my Star Trek white suit. Um, uh, obviously, then it was Spectrum's A Glitch in Time, so we did two performances in 1 year. Um, and just recently broke up from Spectrum yesterday for 2 weeks, and we're back on the 4th. And I think we're meeting a new drama facilitator the week after we've come back. So it won't be the 4th of January, it'll be the week after the 4th, if that makes any sense. Whatever date that is. I think it's the 17th, if my memory serves me correctly, because if Monday is the 15th, 16th, 17th, oh, sorry, 18th, 18th of January, we'll be meeting the new drama facilitator. I am a little bit nervous, but they did say that they are lovely, so I'm like, okay. And I did say when we do meet them, to ask them if we can do the cost of living performance, because we put a pin on it. If we do, we do. If we don't, we don't. But it's just an idea. Um, what else? What else has happened this year? Oh, at Spectrum yesterday. Because I didn't see her last week, so she must have been in agony. But she came back yesterday, and I gave her a thank you card because she doesn't celebrate Christmas. She rather say, "Oh, happy holidays," not "Merry Christmas." And I must admit, in WH Smith's, I was literally looking for a card for a special friend, and they didn't do any. Even in the card factory, saying, "Oh, to a special friend." I thought this is ridiculous. So went to WH Smith. I was like, "Oh, okay." These cards scream at me. There was like thank you cards. There was like congratulations card, thinking of you cards, and sorry you're leaving cards. I was like, well, she's not leaving. I don't know if to give her congratulations or not. To say well done on the last performance that we did, or just to say thanks. And I thought, oh, just to say thanks. And there was a all the thank you cards, they were blank. Literally, all of them were blank. You had to put your own message in them, which I thought was a little bit annoying because I didn't like putting my own message in it. But on the whole, it kind of, I thought, oh, sod it. I have a blank card, and then I write whatever comes to me. And what I wrote was really heartfelt because I did an acrostic poem in her card because she loves poetry. And I thought, right, I'll give her the card. Um, she laughed at the bit on the envelope saying, "Note, this is not a Christmas card." So she laughed at that. And then when she read the card, oh my god! If I haven't seen her in tears, well, I have now. I was like, "Is that tears of joy?" She's like, "Yeah." And she wanted the staff to feel free to read it, and even it got them emotional. And I even said to them, I get away with words. Sometimes it can be funny, and other times that I can try and do it really heartfelt. And they're like, "Oh, Kieran," I was like, "I know, I must have the gift. I must have the gift of people bursting into tears, but tears of joy." But yeah, she totally, absolutely loved it. And she was like, "I'm going to treasure that." I was like, "You better, because I'm treasuring yours." And I still am. So, yeah. And she was like, "This tops it, Kieran. This card just tops it. I don't, I don't always ask for gifts, but this card just means the world because I put literally my heart and soul into it. Because when I know the person, I kind of try and put my heart and soul into it if I like them. But if I don't like them, it's just plain and simple, like to this person from blah blah blah, um, and that's it. But yeah, I just meant every word. It just that was it. um, so yeah, I literally actually made her cry, but cry with happiness, not like actually like sad cry, but it was like happy cry. I was like, oh, I just kind of wanted to give her a hug there and then, thinking, oh, don't get emotional, you're gonna set me off. I thought, no, bless. But yeah, um, that's about it really that I can think of. Um, so yeah, that's about it. That's all that's happened this year. Um, I mean, like every year, it's had its ups and downs. But yeah, I'd say that this year hasn't been too bad, but it hasn't been too great either. It's been like in the middle, and that's what I kind of, and that's what I kind of like when it's like in the middle. I was like, oh, Brill, it's not too bad, not too, yeah. So I'm like really happy. So just hope a better year next year. I'm not asking for a perfect year, but just a better year next year. Hopefully, a bit more on the balanced side. I mean, yes, we're all gonna have our ups and downs again, but hoping more ups rather than downs. But again, I never asked for a perfect year because there's no such thing as perfect. No such thing as perfect. I think I've always said that. There's no such thing as perfect. So yeah. So that's it. That's all that's happening this year. Well, all that's happened this year. And now for the updates. I wasn't going to tell you, but I might as well tell you or let you know what the plan could be. So, me and my mum has got a plan in July. Well, in fact, we've got two plans. There's a plan I can't really tell you that's going to be happening in July, but the second part of July I can because me and my mum discussed it. She said after whatever's happening in July or whatever the plan is in July. I mean, the only people who knows the plan that me and my mum are thinking of, which I can't tell you, is my carer, one of my friends from Spectrum, and yeah, just me, my mum, my carer, and a friend from Spectrum, and maybe a few others that we kind of talked to say, oh, this is the plan and stuff like that. So I can't tell you that plan, but I can tell you the other plan. Me and my mum made not an arrangement, but more of an agreement. We're looking at, for me, for supportive living, which means I'll be kind of living independently, but not living independently. But I'll be living in the real world. And I said, even though it's a big step, because it is a huge step, but I have to face the step sooner or later and to give it a shot. My mum reckons to give myself a month to face the real world. If I can't handle it within a month, then I'm happily to go back to live with my mum as normal. But if I think I can handle it, then by all means I can continue doing supportive living. But all I would pack would be not all of my clothes, but only some clothes that I would wear. Like um, I wouldn't say a monthly supply. I'd say a weekly supply of clothes. See what happens. I'll probably be packing all of my shorts. I'll be taking all of my shorts with me because I'm shorts mad. Um, Toys. I'll only take my favourites like um, Kermit, the Sly Fox from Zootropolis, um, whatever his name is, I've forgotten his name now. Um, Happy Feet, and one of the Sonics, and of course, my one the toy that I've had since I was very young, about 6, maybe 7, because my mum won him. Aslan the lion. I mean, he's been through the wars. He's had his hair in ponytail. I don't know how many times. He's lost quite a bit of hair. His arm was nearly coming away, as in there was a hole in his arm, and it would have extended if it wasn't for my mum stitching him up. He's been in a bin about once, maybe twice. Um, but yeah, he's been through a lot, and I don't think I could go anywhere without him. I mean, I could, but at this present moment in time, because this is a big change for me, I think I would take him with me to say, hi, I'm going to take you with us. Nick Wilde of the Fox. The name came to me. So yeah, Nick Wilde, Happy Feet, one of the Sonics because I got three Sonic the Hedgehogs. Maybe, I don't know yet, Detective Pikachu, and Aslan the Lion. So that's like five. I kind of want to make it six because I don't like odd numbers, but they're the only five that I can think of. Maybe the sixth one could be Lieutenant Buck. Basically, Lieutenant Buck is the same rabbit that my mum brought me from Build a Bear Workshop back when it was in Fennec. Because his name has been changed. This is now the third time. It was Santa Bunny to begin with because he had the Santa hat. Don't know where it's gone. Then it was Ed the bunny, and now it's Lieutenant Buck because he's got the Star Trek outfit. So I'm like, yeah, Lieutenant Buck. I'm not going to call him name change because that would bring back so many memories. I thought, yeah, Lieutenant Buck, you're staying Lieutenant Buck this time. I'm not going to change your name anymore. So, so that's it. So that's the plan that I'll be living in supportive living, and that's someone who will be 25. I know a lot of people with autism. They've lived independently, slightly younger than 25. Um, but yeah, this will be a big step for me. So I'm hoping I'll be able to handle a month doing whatever I'm doing, like thinking rent, thinking budgeting, and then like food on top, and then whatever's extra, either save it for a rainy day or whatever. It depends what how much I've got left. But I'll be checking my bank statement constantly on my online banking, going, right, what's come out, what's come in, and then I'll probably be writing things down anyways to say, right, that's come in, that's going out, and then kind of organize. So yeah, it'd be different for me, but it's a good difference. And just before I go, I'd like to thank 103 subscribers. So I hope everyone at home or wherever you are have a wonderful Christmas and a happy New Year. See you in sometime in January. It won't be New Year's Day, but sometime in January. Bye for now. Live long and
Don't
prosper.
forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Live long and prosper.